Alright, I'm recording. Alright, serious time. Alright,
Alright.
so it's campfire story time. Awesome. Carmine, why don't you tell us your first significant memory of DayZ?
Okay, well, that's basically whenever I first started playing, really. Um, Whenever I first started DayZ, um, I spawned near this dock. I forgot exactly what town it was, but there's like this huge shipping dock, and I was there because of the outfit I was with. Um, they have a fortress that's built on top of a volcano, and no one, whenever I finally got the game, I got in, and no one told me anything about this game really. I didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go. And I start running toward the biggest mountain I can find, and someone actually finally got on and said, hey, if you go to the dock that you were at and look to the left, if you're facing toward the sea, you will see the volcano that we're on top of. And that I can see why they put on a volcano, because it took me literally 45 minutes to get halfway up there, and then someone actually ended up driving down the volcano and actually picked me up. And it's actually slower to go up to drive up it, but I guess they're going to get some supplies, and he picked me up, and I went with him. And I thought this game was a lot simpler. So once we got to this armory where we were going to get some weapons and ammo, I got out of the vehicle and just started running around thinking I was playing Left 4 Dead 2, and just started shooting at zombies, but then quickly realized, this is the kind of game to run around and shoot zombies like that. So I quickly ended up dying right off the bat and left my partner there stranded. So they kind of hated me for a while after that, because I was just born to running and gunning and cutting people up. But no,
Yeah.
that was like my first lesson in this game, basically.
That's your first memory. What about you, Godric? What was your first memory?
My first spawn in? Alright.
Yeah.
I remember getting in there and I run just balls to the walls, just sprinting straight into Cherno. I ran straight into Cherno. I found a hatchet, and then I ran over to the market, and that was a bad idea, sitting in the corner inside the market.
With a hatchet?
Because every last zombie that saw me while I was running into town, yeah, I couldn't chop them fast enough. So yeah, that was my first spawn-in.
You're one of those 5-minute life guys.
Yeah, that was my first spawn-in. It's like, holy fuck. Like, the
That's
whole
pretty
time, I'm like, oh my god, they're screaming, oh my god.
I could see you doing that.
I was looking for a weapon, I was like, oh, there's a hatchet, holy shit. How do I get it out? How do I get that fucking hatchet? I'm like clicking on it in my inventory, and I finally right-click on it. I was like, holy shit, I can take it off. There we go. I knew I could take this off somehow.
Alright. That's pretty cool. What about you, Headshot? You said you had a story.
Well, when I first spawned in, I wanted to learn how to fly helicopters. Let's just say this did not work out too well. So I made my way to Cherno, fixed up a car, met a few people. Started going up to the airfield, had a little problem. Hit a couple of trees, broke a couple of tires. Got the car fixed up, went to the airfield, we found a helicopter. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna fly this. They're like, you sure, man, you know how to fly? I'm like, yeah, I got this. Get in the helicopter, first started up. I started doing barrel rolls and hit the fire station. They did not like me. After I spawned in, they hunted me down and killed me. Kind of a short story. Yeah, but that's how I learned to fly a helicopter. Not to do barrel rolls.
My my first memory of DayZ is kind of fuzzy because I started playing it when it like first came out. So
Oh yeah.
what I remember was like I spawned in, and I think I got the wilderness spawn. I really don't remember because like I wasn't expecting a text message on the right side to show up, and I was like, could barely read it. And I'm like, what? Okay, what the hell? Didn't really pay any attention to it. I pull out this revolver, which is what they gave you back in the day when you first started. So I had this nice silver revolver, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna murk everything in my path with this. And I go into, I couldn't figure out how to get my gear, and I had to get on side chat and talk to somebody. I was like, how do I look at my backpack? And like, yeah, so I was like a complete Bambi idiot. And they were like, oh, press G. And I'm like, okay. And I got in my backpack, and I'm like, oh, I got a Band-Aid. And I'm like, that's cool. And then I'm looking, and I'm like, I got a oh, what else did I have? Anyways, I had like the starting, a Band-Aid, a painkiller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm running, and I got my pistol out, and I run, and I find this barn, and I'm like, okay, why is half the buildings? At this point, I'm like, why is half the buildings like cardboard cutouts? I can't get into these things. This is kind of gay. And I finally found this barn, and the door's open, and I'm like, holy bejesus. So I run inside of it, and I'm like, I go in there, and I find a Lee Enfield, and I'm like, oh, I got a rifle. I'm gonna go to one of those towns I saw on YouTube and kill everybody like a real player. So I'm so excited. I got this rifle. I throw it up in my main inventory. I had to actually ask how to do that, so. Because that was back before you could just pick things up automatically, so. I throw it up in my inventory, and I'm like, okay, cool, and I start running down the stairs, and I go down the first flight of stairs, and then, like, I guess my character trips and falls, and, like, I'll fall off the stairs and break my legs. So at this point, I'm like, oh, shit, well, this sucks. So I'm crawling with my Lee Enfield, and I'm like, well, at least I ain't got no zombies following me. And I'm like, well, I might as well shoot this here gun before I get killed. And I pull out that Lee Enfield, and I crawl outside of that little barn, and I get right on the edge of the woods, and I think, oh, I'm safe here. And I shoot that Lee Enfield, and I kill me a zombie, and I just piss off everything in 2 miles. And I'm trying to outcrawl a horde of zombies that's slowly encroaching on me. It all has a Lee Enfield, so I'm like, I pull out the revolver and shoot everything in sight, and I run out of ammo with it and pull out the Lee Enfield and keep shooting stuff, and then eventually I'm torn apart piece by piece by zombies. So that was my first spawn. I got the curse of the Lee Enfield right off the bat. So. All right, well, let's go back around to Carmine. Tell us a really significant memory, like something that your first murder, or the first time you got murdered, or something crazy that happened, like some first time you got, or I like to call Arma, where like Arma just kind of fucks you. So.
Nah.
Well, I'm trying to think here for a second, because I actually did end up trying to play this game alone by myself.
Oh,
and
God.
Ever since then, I don't want to anymore. I don't jump on until someone else is on that I know, because I suck so much at this game. But I was doing good for about 30 minutes. I spawned in, and I saw this little town nearby. I ran I'm going to stand up and tell this story. And I'm going to do a little dance. Do a little dance there. Let me sit back down. Okay. I went through this town, running through it. I knew I couldn't get touched. Like, if I touched a zombie, I'd get AIDS or die. And excuse me. And I ran through it and saw this barn. Ran inside, and Lord behold, there was a shotgun. This laying right there, and it had 4 slugs. So I was pretty proud of that, because I was like, yes, I can finally do this on my own. I can finally play this game. So I took the shotgun and slugs, and I kept running down this road, and I finally got to that city right down that hill there, and went to
It's Electro,
the
isn't it? Yeah, it's
I
Electro.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
Electro. I got into the market and I'm sneaking around. I'm trying not to make a lot of sound. No zombies have seen me yet, surprisingly. And right there's also a crossbow and 2 arrows. And then right beside it, there's, food and water. So I'm like, awesome, I'm doing great in this game so far. And all of a sudden I hear, friendly, friendly, friendly. And I'm turning behind me, this guy, he runs in. And he's like, are you a friendly? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay. What are you doing here? I'm like, just looking for some supplies. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, back in that room, there's some ammo. I think there's some slugs, which went with my shotgun. I was like, okay, cool. So I get that, and he helps me. He even gives me some more food and water. So that made me feel like every player in this game is going to help you out because, if you die, that's it. But then we part ways. He's like, good luck, dude. See you later. And I was like, okay, see ya. He's like, oh, by the way, in that fire department, that fire station, I saw a silenced Makarov. He's like, you can use that to kill zombies silently. I was like, okay, thanks for the heads up. So I go over there, and sure enough, there's a silenced Makarov right there. And then I pick it up, and the moment I pick it up, I hear someone say, Carmine, get out of there. There's a sniper scoping you out. I'm like, what? And I look out this window. The moment I did, I guess I took a nap because I fell over after that. So, I guess I died. There's nothing left. And I lost everything, and I lost my pride. And I was like, I'm never playing this freaking game alone ever again.
Oh, God.
Like, screw that.
Yeah.
That guy, he was trying to help me out as best he could. He saw the sniper. He's like, dude, get down. I was like, there's no one around.
Boom.
Look up, and yeah, my head's gone.
Oh. What about you, Godric? What was your significant first bad or really positive impression on the game?
Okay, well, that's gonna probably be bad, but...
I don't know too many people had a first wonderful experience.
I spawned in, okay, and it was pitch fucking black.
Oh, yeah.
I spawned in at nighttime, and I whip out the flashlight. I'm like, holy fuck, where am I? Because it was a fresh spawn. So, I look around, I see a gas station. I was like, okay, there's got to be a road over there by the gas station. So I got on the road and I just started following the road. I come to a town, find a map in the market. I would think I was probably either at Electro, I don't even know really. And then I mark Northwest Airfield. And I start running. I'm running through the woods in the fucking pitch black. Okay? And I'm running for like, I had to be running for like freaking 45 minutes. And I finally get to the Northwest Airfield. And as soon as I get there, I was like, okay, let me get up here to the top corner and make my way south. So I get up there to the top corner behind those 2 industrial loot spawns back there. And I go through there, I was like, oh, thank God there's food here. And I had some food and something to drink right there. And then I start walking outside and I hear gunshots. I'm sitting there with a fucking flashlight. That is all I have. I'd do sit behind the buildings and hide in a bush, okay? And all I can hear is fucking zombie screams like crazy. So I'm pointing the fucking flashlight. Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? I get smacked in the back of the head by a zombie, and he breaks my legs, and I start screaming while he eats me. And I die. Like, holy fuck, I've been running for 45 minutes. I was like, God damn it. I was so pissed off.
Oh man.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright, hey Hotshot, you got one or you want me to go?
Who's hot shot?
Headshot, you.
Let's see. It's not about the old DayZ, but it is about Breaking Point, about
Man,
Mike
it's like
Tyson.
a sauna out here. Dad,
Maybe because you're sitting on top of the fire.
no, I'm not.
Anyways, go ahead, Headshot.
Alrighty, so
They're gonna think we're cannibals.
this is when the Breaking Point did come out and was derpy. And they added bloodsuckers. So me, my buddy, Black Knight, and Michael Knight, and Bushwookie, we're playing. Yeah, we spawn in nighttime. We're like, great. All the servers are fucking night. We're walking through Starry, walking. We turn, look. You just see a fucking Mike Tyson running after your ass. Mach 10 gonna bitch slap you. It hits Michael. He knocks out, like, dead completely. We just bolt off. And then all of a sudden, we're, like, up at the airfield. Look behind, he's not there. We turn, look, right in the woods. There he is again, just creepily watching. I'm like, you know what, fuck this. I log out, I log back in. He's there beating the shit out of Jerry. And then I'm like, you know what, fuck this, I'm done with this game. Just log out the computer for the night, go to bed.
Speaking of rage quit, that's one of my first memories. Is the first time I rage quit the game for like a week and a half. It was back like it wasn't too long.
Dropping and rolling in the fire.
Yeah. I don't think you're doing it right, Carmine. Yeah, anyways, I think I was out somewhere's like Starry or like in the center of the damn map. You know, it was like in the middle of nowhere's in the center of the map, and it was when they first added like, you know, the abilities to break your legs and stuff like that, which was pretty much just about when I started playing. So I'm running around, and I think I'd have been alive for like 4 days, and I was on my longest character at that point. I'm like, oh hell, if you like, you know, that back in that day, if you lived for like 4 days, you were pretty damn good. So I was doing okay. I had some good gear, and I'm walking around, and I find this building, and I go up to this building, and I go up to this building and walk up these stairs, and I'm like, sure enough, I thought it was one of those buildings that you can go through, and in the center, you know, there's like a stairway up, and I thought you could go to a second floor, but it's like just this blocked off door. Well, I couldn't. I went up there, and I went up to the top, and I thought I could open the door, and I couldn't, and I'm like, well, that sucks. So I turn around, and like, apparently my AK-74 got stuck in the wall, and somehow I fell down the stairs and broke every bone in my body.
Oh my god.
So at this point, may I mind you that morphine is like the rarest commodity in the entire game. Like you could find a Mountain Dew before you found morphine. You could find 10 Mountain Dews before you found a morphine. Anyways, I'm like, man, ain't no way I'm gonna let my character die like this. So I crawl and crawl and crawl and crawl back to Electro. And I mean, this took me like a quarter of the day. Like, in real life, a quarter of a day just sitting at my computer to crawl to Electro. And sure enough, I get attacked by a couple zombies, and I kill them, and, you know, anyways. I get to Electro, and I crawl through just being a fucking city rat, crawling through the buildings, finally get to the fire, you know, the medical place, and because it took me, like, 3 times crawling through all of Electro to find the medical place, because I couldn't even remember how to get through there. And, I get there, and I whip out my pistol or whatever I had and busted down the window and crawled in, and I'm scavenging through those boxes, or I don't even think boxes were there. I think it was just like loot piles. Just scavenging through the loot piles, and I couldn't find anything, and the very last loot pile I looked at had a morphine, and I'm like, oh man, oh wonderful, this is amazing, I'm so happy. And I bend over to grab the morphine, and I go in my inventory, and I'm like fixing myself up, and then I hear a footstep behind me, and that was the last thing my character ever heard. Somebody had shot me, followed me into Electro while I was with broken legs, and shot me in the back of the head while I was feeling myself. Oh my god, I was so pissed off. I threw my keyboard, I threw my fucking mouse at the computer screen. I'm like, done with this shit. Not no more, you taking no more of my time, DayZ. Not again. So I was like, the hell with this. And I uninstalled Arma from my computer and all that stuff. I was like, got rid of DayZ and Arma 2 and OA and all that. And I was like, not again. And then the next day I was like, I really want to play Arma again. So I ended up spending a week downloading it again. because my
Yeah.
internet was super shitty. But yeah, that was the first time I rage quit DayZ. But yeah,
Hey,
that
Godric,
was
What's up?
what does a piano and a fish have in common?
They have scales.
Neither one of them is a squirrel.
wow.
It is a joke of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Amazing.
Wow.
Why did
That
the
was
Chinese
amazing.
man fall down the stairs?
Okay.
I don't know. To
I
name
have
his
no
newborn
idea.
child?
He was shot in the face.
Wow. So, Carmine, what's another really like what's a badass moment that you felt like it's like this is the most badassery I could have ever been in DayZ? Like,
Everything I've done is bad. I've never had a good experience yet. Everything just always ends in me dying, getting shot, breaking my legs. Oh yeah, and dying.
okay, well I guess we'll move on to the next guy. How about you, Godric? What's the moment where you're just like, this is the most badass thing I could have ever done in DayZ?
Well, it actually happened on this server when Dead Space was on the turret. Oh, Jesus. We're pulling up to Brody on the side of the road. Apparently his car broke down or something. He's like chilling, so we pull up to him. Some dude's talking to him in TeamSpeak, and we're in a different channel. So he's like, okay, fuck this, I'm gonna shoot them all. And he just lights up Dead Space. Like, Dead
Oh,
Space
yeah.
didn't even have a chance to fucking move. He was dead before me and James had a chance to get out of the car.
Oh yeah.
And then I hop out the car, I shoot Brody in the face, and then we're sitting there like, okay, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. What the fuck are we gonna do? And James desyncs. Right
Like,
there.
awesome. Yeah. Oh,
I'm like
always,
great.
at the worst
Now I have
possible moment.
I have 2 dead bodies here, a shit ton of gear, and James desynced. I'm sitting here by myself. What the fuck? And here comes some dude, just chilling. Like, I got zombies chasing me, but there's a guy up there with 2 dead bodies. I'm gonna go see what he's up to. I'm like, oh fuck this. I pull out my DMR and shoot him from 400 meters. I'm like, fuck no.
Oh.
Yeah, that was probably the most crazy, epic moment I've ever had, though. Because it was so unexpected.
Just all too much shit happened at once.
Yeah, it went foobar way too quick.
Oh.
I had a duck once.
All right, our headshot. What's the most badassery moment?
This
ever...
is on Origins. I'm going, you know the hill that leads to the bridge, right?
I haven't played Origins in for like
well, it's
ever.
a
But go
Taviana.
ahead.
Anyways, there's this hill leading to the bridge. We got bandits chasing us while we're in the truck.
Hold on, just
So they
side note, hold on. Do we think we have enough fire?
Can you please stop making fire? I can't even see on the other side of it.
Alright, we're good.
Okay.
I'm gonna start like, I'm gonna pass out because there's too much smoke.
Alright, now go ahead, headshot.
Alright,
Go
so
ahead.
anyways.
God, Carmine, you can't even like fit your whole body across it. Like it consumes from your
I'm
feet
gonna
to the
laugh
tip
when
of
he
your
breaks
gun.
his legs in the fire.
Alright, so
You're
anyways.
gonna hear a, ah!
What it was we were going we were going across the bridge to the bridge. They were in the Civic. We were in like We were in this SUV, so we're going across the SUV. We hit a little bump. We're like, oh shit, man, we're gonna flip. We turn around. We just see these guys do a fucking full backflip in the fucking air, hit the bridge, and blow up. We see panels of the bridge start fucking falling down, so we're hauling ass to the other side. Short story is, we fell through one of the fucking holes and then ended up landing in the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Wow.
So yeah, you can blow up the bridge.
Well, I guess the moment that I felt like a complete, absolute badass was it was some random server I joined, and it was like pitch black at night, and I was walking through Electro. If you ever play with me, you'll find out like that I love Electro with a passion.
Electro.
I know you do.
It's like it's my hometown, and I don't know why. I just love it. Anyways, I'm running through Electro down through the town square, and I just happened. I had a M107,
Oh.
and I was running around, and I was I was completely geared up. I looked awesome, had a ghillie suit and all that stuff, and this dude. I just happened to check around my corner, and I saw a dude chasing me with an axe. And, like, I didn't hear him running or anything, just happened to look behind myself. And I'm like, oh, God! So, I break out into a run from the schoolhouse, cross the street, and then go through this little archway in between two buildings, and wrap around the building, come around, and sure enough, he's sneaking up and think he's going to get the drop on me when I come around the building. Well, I sneak up behind him, put away my M107, and pull out a hatchet, and I come up behind the guy, and I smack him in the back of the leg and break his leg, and he passes out instantly. Just like passes out. So I bandage him up, and while he's unconscious, I drag him in the middle of town square, and it's like 12 o'clock at night, I remind you. And I drag him in the town square, and he's like talking at me, because occasionally you can get your microphone glitched, and you can talk to people while you're unconscious.
Yeah.
And somehow he got his microphone glitched, and he was talking to me. He's like, what are you going to do with me? What are you going to do with me? Are you going to kill me? Are you going to kill me? Are you going to do this? You know, and I didn't say anything. And I just drug him into the center of the town square where all these zombies were, and like didn't aggro any, and dropped him. And he was still unconscious, and I whipped out a road flare and dropped it on his chest at 12 o'clock at night, and then looked in the air with the M107 and fired it off, and then walked away. And every zombie in town came to that spot and just like tore him limb from limb while he was unconscious. I felt like a complete badass, and I'm like, I've never from this point ever felt more like a badass in that moment. So, and it went perfectly as planned. I didn't die 10 seconds afterwards, so that was wonderful. It's kind of a douchey thing to do, but you know, not as bad as some of my Bambi death camp stories, I could tell you.
Oh God.
But anybody else got an awesome story they wanted to share?
I passed out on the bus while it was moving, fell out.
What was that?
I was chilling, like, a big group of guys were like, okay, we're gonna go up to the Northwest Airfield, anybody want to ride? I was like, sure, and 4 or 5 of us hop up in the bus, and we're going. I was like, I could really use a blood bag. Does anybody have a blood bag? They're like, yeah, we'll get it at the next stop. I pass out and fall out of the fucking bus. Like, right after I said it. And they just keep going. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm passed out in the middle of the road, right on the outskirts of Electro. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking die. I wake up, take 3 steps, pass out again. I'm like, fucking shit. I'm like, I just want to die. Yeah, that's probably the craziest. I actually lived through that, though.
That's good.
Wow. I was watching this video on YouTube of this guy that was playing DayZ, and he had this like little red car, and I don't know how he did it, but he was able to get in the trunk.
Oh, Pervert the Herbert, or whatever Peter Griffin hides in the truck.
Yeah,
yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that's
Did you see
hilarious.
that?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it was awesome. I was like, I want to do that so bad, but I would like to do like the Macho Man Randy Savage. Because people would just be driving down the road, and all of a sudden you'd hear, "You don't see no macho man is coming for you," because it would freak people out.
Oh.
Like I have his soundboard.
I love
here
it, dude.
in 1 sec.
Oh my god, that was so gay. Cause he's sitting there on the floor, and you walk over to him and like put your dick in his face, and you go in his backpack, and I hear it just like unzip, and I'm like, ah, he's gonna give you a blowy. Oh, that was funny.
Does anybody else need some food?
No, I'm good. I don't need a complete sandwich.
It's bacon. It's bacon.
I better not get freaking AIDS from this.
But yeah, that's.
Who's peeing?
What's the
peeing?
most? Okay, here. What's the most douchebaggy thing you've ever done in DayZ?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to play that soundboard. What?
What is the most douchebaggy thing you've ever done in DayZ?
Me?
Like, yeah, you like completely
Me.
felt like an asshole
You-
after you did it.
You honestly think I've done an asshole thing?
Everyone
Me.
has done something mean on DayZ at one point.
The most asshole thing I've done in DayZ was try to help you guys rob people, and no one came.
And no one came.
That was true.
And no one came.
No, actually, one of my badass moments when me and James stuck up somebody. Then he figured out it was one of our buddies.
Oh yeah, we robbed.
I
What was his
there.
name?
Pixelmon.
What was his
It
name?
was Pixelmon. Pixelmon.
Yeah,
Pixel
Pixel
Man or
Man
whatever.
or Pixel Bomb. Pixel Bomb. That was it. Yeah, he's like, we whittled this. I drove from Electro to the Northwest
I'm like, dude,
Airfield.
I hear Euro, African Bash. Where? Bash. All of a sudden I hear vroom.
Yeah, and like my car just like fucking, I'm doing like 110 and slam into the light pole and no, it's not the light pole, but the lever that lets like says you can enter and you can't enter lever, whatever it is you want to call it, the stop sign thing. Take it
Yeah.
out and leap out the vehicle with a shotgun. I'm like, get on the floor, put your shit on the floor. Just gonna rob them because I don't like killing people. I'm kind of like I kind of like robbing people naturally, I guess is what you say. Like, get on the fucking floor, drop all your shit, give me it. And he's like typing the chat, please don't. And I realize what his name is, and I'm like, ah, shit.
I'm running up there with a ghillie suit. I'm like, God damn it, is this Pixelmon?
Yeah, it's
Bomb or
Pixel
whatever.
Bomb, and I'm
It's
like,
like,
ah,
fuck.
just keep your shit, Pixel Bomb. Just keep your shit.
You just made us sad. Then we go down to the airfield and wait there for like half an hour. Then we're driving back. All of a sudden we see an SUV pass. We're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it was Pixel. No. We ran into Pixel Bomb again, and I almost robbed his ass again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We chased him down. He's in a Ural, and we chased him down in the Ural with an SUV and jumped out with shotguns. And he's like, it's me,
Oh,
guys.
wow.
And I'm like, damn it.
I'm not dead.
I think the most asshole thing I ever did on DayZ was, like, it was a complete dick move. I talked to this dude for like half a day. Played with him for like half a whole day. And like, we were all like buddies and stuff. And, you know, I had saved his life a couple times, and he'd saved my life a couple times. And I was like, okay, dude, I got this really nice, I think I'm about to lag out. Hold on, I don't know.
Okay, so far.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
You're
well,
fine. Let's do it.
anyways, I'm talking to this dude, and, like, dude, I've got this really nice base, and it's got a lot of stuff there, got a lot of good gear, and at this point, we both have a lot of stuff we've collected. I'm like, well, let's go, I'll move you into my base, and, you know, just promises of good things and Mountain Dews. And, I'm like, yeah, I'll set you up with your own tent and all kinds of stuff, and you can come live with me. It's like, okay, cool, and we get about 1,000 meters out from my base. And he's got, like, half the stuff, and I've got the other half. And I'm like, he's like, I stopped there, and I was like, hold up, man. And he's like, well, what is it, we close? I'm like, yeah. And he says, well, what is it? I said, I just want to say thanks. And he's like, thanks for what? And I was like, thanks for being a pack mule. And I shot him in the face.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Shot him in the face like 1,000 meters away from my base. And took all his shit. And took my stuff too and put it in the base. Oh my god, he was so upset. Like he was,
God.
he literally felt betrayed. Cause he got back on the server.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why would you do that? But yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like we were like being Steam friends, kind of like
Oh,
status almost.
Yeah.
So that was the most dickish thing, and I kind of feel bad about that to this day.
Okay, now you have one. I think it was when I first joined the server. I got to know everybody, be buddies and all that. I'm setting up a base, yeah. I have a year and all that. I'm like, you know what, James, where the hell is the tow truck? He's like, I don't know, man, but I know a person who has a base that has one unlocked. So this is when he had all the shit unlocked where I could see everything when I flew. So I look over at the other mountain. Turns out it used to be Jim's old base. I went over there. Hey, look, the towing truck. Hey, look at Osprey. Let's go take that for a ride. In the end time, I ended up kamikazing his whole base, blowing up his freaking helicopter and all that. And then freaking getting the grenade launcher, blowing up everything else. In which I kind of feel bad for him. In the meantime, I kind of feel good because he was trying to hunt me down.
Yep, I
Well,
think
he was trying to hunt you down because you blew up his base.
Exactly.
So you kinda asked for it. But yeah. Go on.
Are you okay over there, Carbine?
Yeah, I'm just looking at something.
I think he's trying to trip down the hill.
Yeah, and... The heck? How am I able to spin?
Oh no, I'm not singing that song because James ruined that song because of me spin.
Yeah. So.
Anyways, I think that's enough story time for today.
I still need the 2 fucking car wheels.
But
I could do something right now that would be really funny, but at the same time it would not.
No. Shoot me.
I'm fucking out of here.
He's
what
like,
happened?
This is my asshole moment. That's why I backed away.
And everybody runs off.
Scatter.
Yeah.
That's why I knew exactly what he was saying. I was like,
I'll tell you what I was like so close to doing, and I'm not gonna do it.
Were you gonna shoot somebody and take their beans and eat it?
I was gonna shoot Davey. I was gonna be like, Davey, what do bears do in the winter? He'd be
what
like,
do bears do in the
hibernate,
winter?
then shoot him.
I was really waiting for somebody to shoot somebody and just like take their food out of their inventory and sit down and eat it.
I asked you for food.
Where did everybody go? Let's get back to the campfire, guys.
Everybody did that. We're like,
fix up my car.
No, he's got an automatic and it's gonna kill us all.
Yeah, I got a really big...
All he had to do was spray.
I gotta go do some errands. I'll be back later.
Well, what?
I'll be right back, David.
Where you
Davey,
going?
I gotta do some errands.
You gotta do some errands? What does that mean?
I gotta do some errands. No, not in real life. I'm still staying in the game. It's just
I think everybody should lay down now.
Okay. Like I said, I need to go get those 2 car wheels.
Alright.
I need to fix up my armor this Han. Did you record this whole video when we were sitting down too?
Well, I recorded the audio. I'm gonna add it to that picture and put it on
Would you
YouTube.
like a ride to your base?
Let me do something real quick.
I gotta clear this. Hold on, hey, Godric.
What?
You know where that bus was, right? When I was driving it?
What?